Please click like and subscribe and that little notification bell for the next episode.
We're at Four Women on the Route service station, and like a place where you can eat, and you also could buy souvenirs. And I'm talking to Melba.
And that's the Four Women on the Route: Renee Charles, Melba Rigg, Betty Courtney, and Judy Courtney. And this is actually what this place looked like. Now that's the outside. That is now my diner that we had that we're pretty well known for. And that actually is my bathroom. And the bathroom was so small that you had to go outside to come in. And when you sit down on the stool, you had your elbow in the sink. But when we got this place, we found out that we had actually a tow truck was parked over there against the wall. And when Disney and Pixar came through with Mr. Mike Wallace, who is a voice of the sheriff car, he's the one that found out that that's Tow Mater. And this is our proof. The inspiration for that ghost ride and that chimney and that brick building is actually that building right there. That building is one of the oldest buildings in Galena, and also it's the most photographed building on Route 66 of Kansas. Did you know that Route 66 was put on the endangered list in 2006 at number 10? We lose anywhere from 5 to 10 miles a year of Route 66. We lose buildings, signage, and great people like Mr. Bob Whitmore and Miss Betty Courtney. But that's what we're here for. We're here to save Route 66, and we do everything we can do to save Galena also.
Well, Melba, I just want to say thanks a lot for showing us your place here.
My pleasure.
There's only one place to come on Route 66 when you're in Kansas, and this is the place.
Thank you.
In the town, they also have a lot of ghost history. The ghosts in the buildings.
That's right. And then you'll see ghost murals.
This is called the Bucks Wreck, the ghost riding, or the advertisement. Visitors came down here and helped restore this. We pulled all the vines that were growing on the side of the buildings. It showed more of the wonderful advertisement. Mr. Gill owned it 1895, 1930. Came Buck Dean's Pool Hall. No women were allowed in the building. If you wanted to get your husband out from the building, you had to stand in the doorway and holler for him. Upstairs is body rooms. They're just one-room places and people would live there. John Gill was a merchant, and at the top you can see the date plate and the name, who the building was built. When we started the building, this paranormal group called After Night Paranormal Investigation Team asked if they could go into the brothel in this building, and we allowed them. And they are now stating that Buck Dean's partner, Leonard France, they believed is one of the ghosts that haunts this facility. They tell us that none of the spooks are mean. Upstairs, like I said, were called body rooms. And all they were rooms where people lived in, and the bathroom was down the hall. Well, I was going to tell you, this is our haunted room. This is the room that the paranormal believes there's a gentleman. And I wanted to say, they said his name was Lonnie. Lonnie tends to stay in the closet, is what they was telling us. Okay? Come on in. They tell us the more activity you have in the building, the more frustrated they get. So they get comfortable and want to come out.
I remember on Route 66, Will Rogers is a big thing, and you're going to see Will Rogers everywhere. And in Galena, they happen to have one of the remaining Will Rogers plaques.
Now this is the Pappy Litch Park. The Will Rogers plaque, there's several of them along the highway, but the plaque below it, the Will Rogers Highway plaque, there's only 3. One is at the beginning, one is here, and one is at the end of 66.
You have ghosts all over
the place. A lot of old murals, which is
ghost
called
writing on
ghost
it.
writing.
Some of them are just old.
Yes.
This is a real famous ghost writing here in our town. It has a general store underneath it, but it was also a funeral home. Well, we called this block the Bliss Block, and this was a furniture store, and then it became a general store, and then it became a funeral home.
The museum is about the mining.
Yep.
Like it was in Joplin. Same thing, because that's what they did.
That's what they did.
Hi, we're at the Galena Mining Museum, and this is Joe. He's one of the curators, and he is going to tell you all about it right now.
So this is the lead and zinc or sphalerite together in crystalline form. You can see the various crystals here. By the way, lead always tries to form in a cube, and when you break it, it tries to break in a cube. It shows how they got into the mine and how they got out, the only way. A pig of lead, they came from the local smelter. They came from Eagle Picture Mining and Smelting, and it weighs 100 pounds, and this was typical. See, this is one of the drilling machines that they used in the mines. This was what drilled the holes, and they cranked that in This was a hoisting machine. That big pulley there was the one that was shift wheel that set up in the very top of the derricks. This is a high pressure pump that they pump water with. This was a drag line, really. And this was a 3-drum drag, and this was the scoop that it was on it. And this is a hand. This one here cranked it by hand, and I remade these carts. The white can and the blue can held 1,650 pounds of ore. This one here held about 900 pounds.
Riverton is known for the Eisler Brothers store.
It's been there for a long time, and,
Yep.
and it's like a grocery, deli,
Souvenir store.
everything.